skiing with my 22-year-old son in Mount Crested Butte, Colorado. My lucky day. We were skiing on wide open, cruising terrain, really ripping it, throwing caution to the wind that was blowing through our helmets. Shredding the gnar, as the kids would call it. Heaven. Alex had moved to Crested Butte 4 months before and knew the mountain like the back of his hand, having skied more than 80 days. I had my guide. This was my 3rd day of skiing, and I had just strapped on a longer pair of skis, which gave me greater stability when going fast. I thought I looked pretty good, and I felt really good, taking chances, keeping up with Alex. We hopped on a chairlift with a married couple, and he looked over and said, "Wow, I can tell we're on some really good skiers." She asked if we were locals. Now, at this point in the story, there's 2 things you should know about me. 1, I don't like mogully bumps. Give me widespread rises and dips that I can float over, as close to flying as I can get. And the other thing you should know about me is I'm just self-conscious enough when skiing under a chairlift, how am I looking, to lose my edge. Speaking of edge, at the age of 56, I am aware of a particular attribute of my male psyche. I find that there is a fine line between the self-confident man expressing joy and the cocky, swaggering, know-it-all, got-it-all lug of a guy who doesn't see what's coming. This day, I was riding that line, and I kind of knew it, but I chose to ignore the omens. So what were these omens? Well, the day before, I had fallen when the clouds had moved in, creating a low-light situation that washed out the fluctuations in the terrain. A peculiar kind of blindness that I really hadn't experienced skiing in the East. And then there were the advertisements for the local orthopedic practice. Staring me in the face on every chairlift bar, every shuttle bus to and from the mountain. And of course, it was Friday the 13th. So, the day started out bright, but then the clouds moved in. Alex and I rode up the chairlift and decided to ski down the trail Paradise Bowl, a trail we skied many times before that ran next to the chairlift. We skied off the lift and went down the first steep incline, which leveled off to a flat section before the next drop. In the center of the trail, at the brink of that drop, stood a ski instructor with half a dozen impressionable students. Alex skied to the right. I decided to go left, over the approach, and into a field of huge bubbles that I couldn't see. I managed to stay up for a minute, caught it to the hill edge, and went down!
You all right, Dad? That was the worst crash I've seen all year, and I've seen a lot of them.
The crash was scary. I survived with a broken rib and some whiplash. I know I am lucky, but I will ski fast again, though I may slow down just a little bit and try to feel the little locals. This self-confident man expressing joy is going to temper his swaggery cockiness with a little more awareness and a little less showy.